Good afternoon. We are exactly 8 days away from 2019, and today I'm talking about how to create a successful and healthy relationship going forward into 2019. You may have started this year on a note where your relationship wasn't healthy. You may have started this year where you had a breakup. Thanks so much for joining. You may have had all the roller coaster rides, emotional, spiritual, mental in 2018. But how do you go forward? Hi, Linda. Thanks so much for joining. How do you go forward into 2019, creating that healthy and successful relationship that will make your life become better, not bitter? Again, it's all about you getting better. It's all about you getting healthier. It's all about you really becoming successful in everything that you do. And bear with me, I'm trying to share this. Becoming successful in your life, in your relationship, so that you have that peaceful environment, you have that healthy environment that you're really growing up with. I'm going to share 5 things that will help you begin to have a healthy relationship going forward into 2019. The first thing is to learn the lessons from 2018. Lessons from 2018. What are those lessons you have learned in 2018? How are those lessons helping you going forward? Sometimes we go through life, but we don't really figure out those lessons. Those lessons are actually your stepping stones towards your next relationship. If you're not in one, if you're in one, it's your stepping stone towards developing a healthier and purposeful and successful relationship going forward. What are those lessons that you have learned in 2018 that you can really examine and deduce from and really reevaluate where you are with where your relationship is? What are some of the takeaways that you can look at and say to yourself, in this year, this is what I've learned from my relationship. In this year, this is what I've learned from my breakup. In this year, this is what I've learned about myself. This is what I did not know about myself that I am now becoming consciously aware of that can help me build better going into 2019. When you begin to look at those lessons, you begin to really see those things that you did not know about yourself, those things that people brought to your conscious awareness that you now have to really hold on to and say, you know what? I will not repeat patterns based on what I have learned. But if you don't learn those lessons, what you happen to do is repeat cycles over and over and over again, and you'll still go from year to year to year doing the same thing and nothing works out. Again, remember what I said when I started this. Success is not something you chase. Success is something you create when you begin to strive to be the best version of yourself in every area of your life. And to have a healthy and successful relationship, you have to really look at those lessons and say, I am really ready to hold on to what I have learned about myself, to what I have learned about building relationship with other people, to what I have learned from all those people that came into my life, to awaken me to those things that I wasn't aware of yet, so that when I step into the new year, I will not keep going back and holding myself back from becoming successful and healthy. Number 2 is be your own best critic. Be your own best critic. And the reason why I said you should be your own best, I don't have my glasses on. I'm trying to look at what I'm typing. To be your own best critic is no one can criticize you as much as you can criticize yourself. No one can know you as much as you will know yourself. No one can love you as much as you will love yourself. And the more you criticize yourself, letting your ego slide and really looking at yourself and saying, I am evaluating myself. I am checking myself on everything I do. I am really learning to become my own best critic so that people don't really bring those things to my awareness. But I am consciously becoming aware of those things that I need to work on in my life. Criticize yourself as much as possible. And by criticizing yourself, you have to be true to yourself in every area of your life. You can't deny yourself of things and say, you know what, I'm going to shove this pain under the rug. I'm going to ignore this and I'm going to just put on a package, because that package is not who you are. It's just what people see on the external. It's a perception. It's not your reality. Again, perception will never be your reality until you become your own best critic. Examine yourself and say to yourself, I need to be the best version of me so that I can become successful in my life, in my relationship, in my career, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and every area of life that you can think of. Be your own best critic. Number 3 is to love, trust, and respect yourself. No one can give you the love that you need. No one can trust you as much as you can trust yourself. And no one can respect you as much as you will respect yourself. Love, trust, and respect yourself. Give me 1 second. Let me type this out. Love, trust, and respect yourself. The more you trust yourself, the more it will be easier for you to trust people that come into your life. The more you trust yourself, the more you love yourself, the more you respect yourself, the more respect you're calling to yourself, because we are what we attract and we are what we accept. But if you don't love yourself yet, you will accept people that don't love themselves or even love you. And it will be you creating this persona that you're not. The respect you have is the respect that you can give. The respect you can give is the respect that you attract. And once you begin to really love, trust, and respect yourself, it will be very hard for someone to come into your space and disrespect you. Remember this, I always share this all the time. You don't open your door to strangers to come in and trash your home. Or you don't pick up strangers in your car and allow them to leave trash in your car. You command them to take things out. You speak it into existence. And once you begin to love yourself, once you begin to trust yourself, once you begin to respect yourself, those things begin to reflect on who you are, and then the people you attract are on the same level as you are. Loving yourself, respecting yourself, and trusting yourself would allow other people to do the same with you. If you cannot love, you cannot trust. And when you cannot love and not trust, guess what you're going to attract? People that will not love you or trust you or respect you. You have to come in and really allow people to treat you as you want to be treated. But you have to set the pace for all your relationship, because the pace at which you set is the pace at which your relationship will grow and go forward. Number 4 is to identify your needs. One of the most important things you can do, identify your needs, because when you know what your needs are, when you really know what your values are, when you really know what the core needs and values are for your own self, when you start meeting people, even with friends, you will start to evaluate your needs with those people that you're meeting. Are they in line with my goals? Are they heading in the same direction as me? Are we on the same page? Am I inviting people to come and trash my home and clog my drain? Or am I evaluating where I am and meeting my own needs, so that when I attract people, I'm attracting people that are already meeting their own needs, not people that will come and create chaos. Because what you create when you are not healthy is chaos and confusion. But what you want to create for yourself is healthy success. Not only in your relationship, everything you do, on the job. And when you don't meet your own needs yet, and you expect people to meet your needs, what you do is set unrealistic expectations that will never be met. And unrealistic expectations lead to disappointments, and disappointments are your blessing blockers. They are only life's teachers, while waking you up to see that you need a lot to do in your own space. Identify your needs and meet them. Once you're meeting your needs, you know what? You begin to feel complete on your own. The more complete you are, the more you attract someone to compliment you. Let me say that one more time. The more complete you are, the easier it is to attract someone who will compliment you. Attract someone who will compliment you. And bear with me, I'm just trying to type this. I don't have my glasses on, which is hard for me to do. But give me 1 second. Let me quickly do this. There we go. So the more complete you are, the more easier it is to attract someone who will compliment you. Because now you really know who you are. You really are meeting your needs. You're really feeling fulfilled in your own life. You're feeling complete. And when you're complete, you're not needy. There's a difference between your needs and being needy. Neediness comes from you feeling incomplete, not knowing what your needs are, not meeting your needs. And once you start to meet your needs, you will realize, hey, I don't need to chase after anybody. I need to attract the love that I am to myself. And the better I become, the better I attract. the better I attract, the better life I have. You just think about those things and you begin to really do the work in your own space. The last one is to communicate your needs. Communication is one of the major problems in relationships. Communicate your needs. Give me 1 second. I don't have my glasses. Without my glasses, I'm really struggling. Communicate your needs when you meet someone. Why? Because when you're not communicating your needs, the other partner doesn't know them. And it's because you don't know what your needs are yet. That's why I said identify your needs. When you know your needs and you're meeting someone in the relationship, the first thing you do is communicate those needs. Listen, this is who I think I need in my life. This is where I'm heading. These are my goals. These are my values. When you're doing the communication at the beginning, if you're meeting a distraction, it's easy for them to walk away and not draw you in. But when you don't know your needs and you're not communicating your needs, guess what? You're going to meet a distraction. You're going to sit with the distraction. They're going to take you off the course of your journey. And what you do is get marinated. And when they're tired, they move on, they ghost, they catfish, they do all this mind games stuff to you that leaves you hurt and broken. You want to create a successful environment. I said communicate your needs. One of the reasons why I want to focus on this is most of the time when you communicate your needs, you have to do it in a humble manner. What we tend to do when we don't know ourselves is to communicate our ego. Your ego is your greatest enemy. Your ego is a package. Your ego is not the real you. And so when you're communicating your ego, it's easy for you to fall a prey. It's easy for the prey to really get into your space and consume you. But when you know yourself, when you know your needs, you've identified your life goals, you've set the pace for which you want to go, beginning this year, before we even get to 2019 in 8 days, when you are really setting the pace for yourself, and someone comes into your life and you say, hey, this. From day one, trust me, if they're not meant to be in your life, they will walk away. You will not have expectations when you're meeting your needs. When you're communicating your needs, you will not have expectations. What you're looking for is setting the pace at which your relationship will go. And once you start setting the pace, guess what? You're calling the shots in your own space. You have already learned the lessons. You're already becoming your own best critic. You already love, trust, and respect yourself. You already identified your needs, and now you're communicating your needs. And because you're communicating and they're not in line with where you are heading to in your own life and journey, remember your journey is yours and yours alone. People will come to still teach you and help you grow from it, but you own it. And as long as you're communicating, you're owning it. And as long as you're owning it, anything that doesn't have to do with where you're heading has to be discarded. You are really calling the shots in your space. And you are saying, this is my life. I'm taking ownership and responsibility of it, of the journey on my own. So when people who are not meant to be in my space show up, I call the shots. I shut the door. I don't open the door for anyone to trash or clog my drain. I am setting the pace for which my life will go. I know me. I'm already doing the work. I'm already learning the lessons. I'm already trusting, loving, and respecting myself. Going into 2019, we're only 8 days away. What are those things that you have learned about yourself this year? What are those things that you still need to learn about yourself? What are you doing to do the work? To become successful and healthy in your own space? Where do you need support? Let's begin to get into that space and you get the support that you need without becoming your own stumbling block. Your ego is the only thing that holds you from living your best life. Your ego. And your ego is not the real you. Your ego is a distraction. Your ego can only derail you. Your ego can only block your blessings. Your ego will never allow you to live the best life. But you have to decide what you want to do going into 2019. You have to decide how you want to live your best life. You have to decide how you create your own success, because no one can create that success for you until you begin to strive and thrive in your own space to be the very best version of who God created you to be. You have to do the work. You have to set the pace for all the relationship going forward. Don't think about the past. Let it go. Just hold on to the lessons that become the blessings from the past. Those lessons actually allow you to learn as much as possible and to grow in your own space, so that when you create a healthy environment, you would only attract what is healthy. Don't leave any toxicity behind, because one little toxic void that you leave in your life can bring in so many other toxic people into your own space. One little toxicity, one little level of toxicity in your life would attract more than you know. You were created to be good enough. You were created to live your best life. You were created to have a healthy and successful relationship in life, but you have to be the one taking charge of it now, this moment, and saying to yourself, I am tired of repeating patterns. I am tired of going around in circles. I am tired of inviting people who come to trash my heart and my temple. I want to live my best life going forward into 2019. You are the only one who can make that decision. And every choice you make comes with a consequence that you face. Every choice you make comes with a consequence that you face. You decide. Every choice you make comes with a consequence that you face. Give me 1 second. I didn't want to wear my glasses today. And you have to decide, what is it that I need to do to create that best life? I don't know it. You know it. I can only support as a coach to help you get to where you're going. For the rest of this year, I am taking pro bonos to help you set the pace. 8 days left. I will take as many pro bonos for the remaining 8 days to help you begin to set the pace crossing into 2019. What do you need to work on? What do you need to get yourself to do? Discard. Evaluate. So that at the beginning of the year, not repeating patterns from 2018, but you are setting a pace for a healthy and successful relationship going into 2019. Feel free to inbox me, email me, coaching@kemisogunle.com. Give me 1 second. That's my son. I'll be right back. Hey. Yes? Give me 1 second. I'll call you right back. Sorry about that. That was my son. You really have to evaluate and say to yourself, I'm ready. I'm ready for a change. I made that decision because I got tired. I got tired of being in the same place I don't belong. I felt like I was caged. If I did not make that decision 7 years ago, I will not be on this platform. If I did not make that decision 7 years ago, I will not have books that are helping other people. I will not have been a coach. I had to decide I want to be healthy and I want to be successful in my own space so that I can attract what I need into my own space. If you're not doing the work, nothing's going to change. So ask yourself this very moment, am I being true to myself? Am I my own best critic? Do I know what my needs are? Do I have goals that I have set for myself? If your answer is no to each of those questions, feel free to inbox me. Email me. My email is somewhere above this video or below. Email me and let's use the 8 days left in 2018 to begin to help you set the pace going in 2019 to become healthy so that you can attract healthy. No one can do it for you until you make that decision. I lived a lie for a while. And being honest and transparent with you, I've always done that so that I can help as many people. I had to stop lying to myself. I had to reevaluate myself and say, you know what? All this packaging based on the ego and the societal norm is not healthy. What does healthy and success mean to me? And I had to start creating that to where now my life is so peaceful. I don't invite toxic people. I set boundaries. Once you start talking about the toxicity, I just set the gate. and I let you out. Because I am the CEO. You are the CEO. The pace at which you set for your life and your relationship is the pace at which things would happen. And if you're not happy with what's happening right now and where you are, you need to do the work to get out of it and get to where you need to be and attract those that you need to attract. You need to stop being needy and begin to identify your needs and meet them and communicate your needs as you go. Nana, happy holidays to you as well. So really begin to examine yourself. 8 days left. I'm here to support you 100% to really help you get to where you need to be. But you have to decide. The decision lies in your hand. Remember, the only one who can stop you from living your best life is you. The only one who can block your success is you. The only one who can retard your growth is you, not the people that come in. You are in charge. And now you need to take charge. 8 days left. If there are questions, I would answer your questions. If there are no questions, I have to go because I have a client calling me that I need to meet up with at 4 o'clock, and my son is also on the phone calling me for stuff. So I will check back on this video later on today and answer your questions. If you don't want to post them on the video, inbox them. Like I said, the rest of the year, 8 days left, I'm willing to take as many pro bonos for those 8 days, complimentary sessions to you to help you begin to jumpstart your life and live the best life going forward into 2018. You'll have an amazing day. Remember to never stop loving while living. When you stop loving, you stop living. When you stop living, it means that it's time to go back to the maker. You are the CEO. You have to take charge. You have to be responsible. Going forward, say goodbye to anything that no longer serves you, and you set the pace for which you are becoming successful, becoming healthy, and living the best life that God did for you. You'll have an amazing weekend, and Merry Christmas in advance. Talk to you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.